seem to very much be here to stay.
That's where they head. That's going to be an all-in play from Rain, going aggressive with the P2000. No connection, but the dual Berettas and the USP from Twist holding it together. Finally a swing for Brokey. Leaves it into a 2v3. Brokey looking for much, much more. Deals with the pressure through the cave side. It is all him left on this B side of the map, but he's getting help. Rotation coming through from Frozen quickly. In the reposition from Brokey, the back is handed over. He has no idea. Onig only a matter of time before he's dropped, and Brokey able to deliver in the closing statement.
But you do wonder if maybe the negotiations had started a little earlier, if Twist might have just stayed this entire time. Either way, FaZe get to correct what they clearly view to be a bit of an error. Here's a faster play in towards B. Inner circle making inroads. Bomb has crossed. The reinforcements are here rapidly to try and cut this off, and Kerrigan might be a little ahead of schedule. Totally unexpected. Finds the first. Maybe they're not expecting a second to come through, but Rain is dealt with. And now advantage on for IC. They're burning. It's not so icy at their feet. And 2 players gone. 1 limping. Dowie. There's a wounded Frozen. They need a hero. Quick shot from the 1 wounded man to the next. And now this retake. Going off. No kick here. These kills, they need them quick. There's the last player spotted. Dowie dancing around the pillar. Brokey's got the kill and he's found the kit.
It's all good there. Brokey able to seal it on up with another clutch coming through from him to shut things down.
4 plays towards B. Rinse and repeat seems to be the name of the game. This time smokes come out to block the ramp. They still want to go. Oh, another smoke. It's going to make life downright difficult. That helps. Kerrigan blindsided through said smoke. And Rain's still on his lonesome for the moment. Twist is trying to come into support. They're going to back away. There's still plenty of time. There's a minute. There's just no more real utility here for Inner Circle.
And another smoke. Tossed in to maybe shake up the decision-making, but that's a well-placed headshot. Boosted up and so patiently waiting for his time to strike. Now Brokey, the attention's going to be on him with Yop. He's ready for the amount of resistance. Walks around the corner, surprised. Dowie catches that with ease. This is Inner Circle showing a lot of patience here. They catch the re-aggression down B, but that's a cue to walk into a very open A-bomb site and for FaZe to go ahead and call it a day.
Yeah, that just sets the exit path. Might be trying to make that exit cost a little bit more. And actually, they are going to hunt this up quite a bit. So these guns, far from safe. FaZe will be conceding their first round. Comes the wrap. Frozen's missed the pass on the door. Twists to punish the first. Can do no more. You don't want to lose all the bodies yourselves. There's the spot. And Frozen is going to make this very expensive indeed. So they might just let him hang on to this. This is where you can start to see those aggressive takes outside of B main, trying to fight in towards the doors, make them a little more uncomfortable. Well, this time at least the bulk of the presence is going to elbow early. And FaZe want to bring the fight. Frozen right on the edge. Looking the right way. Onig delivers himself right to his waiting arms. Running out of bullets, but still finding headshots. Swaps to the next. Can't get it turned around in time. Still Frozen has done his work. Well, Twist will be able to slip back into the cave. With his head still intact, his teammates are now a man up, thanks to the strong work of Frozen.
Yeah, right now they're getting a better picture with Kerrigan's aggression through A main as to where this play's heading. Brokey, thinking about it, but he holds the line instead and invites the outplay to head into his crosshair. And that patience going to be rewarded. You still have the flank activating.
particular moment. Man up. Fleerax on the edge of a fading smoke. Could be a problem. For the moment, it seems like their focus is back on B here, Cole.
Oh, that makes sense. That lines up with the targets they've been going for. Brokey's op in a position, though, to deal with the pressure. Waiting for Fleerax to make a move through Red Room. And Rain in transition. The smoke just since fading. Can he find anything in this off angle? Starting to scale up, and they give him a hard clear. Lots of damage done, but no kills converted. Brokey's op turns his way, but a bit of a whiff. And now an equalizer found. Frozen will tie things on up. 2v2. Waiting for this massive flank here. The patience from Inner Circle again could pay dividends. Kerrigan gonna run around that corner. Nefi, he definitely spotted him. He definitely saw him. The bomb is making a run in towards A. Onyx decides to leave his team in the dust and give himself a chance in the 1v2.
Like the idea. Gonna have a lot of time. We can see with our omniscient view that there's plenty of time for the reposition. Gonna get himself up by the tree. Little self-boost, hop off the sign. Nice bit of movement there. And maybe unexpected as well. This is gonna catch him off guard. First one found, a straight transfer. Beautiful, Onyx all the way.
Passive angle, they're waiting for the reaction here, the utility to be sprung up, and then they're gonna swing through this. Utility all coming through and a reaction coming out of the FaZe clan side. They collapse on middle, but as they're doing so, it's A that's left vulnerable.
What a perfect response, right? Just as that pressure middle play is coming in, now you can section them off. Knifey getting damage out on towards B, so you've got your options open as well. Just as players in the middle of the map you got to contend with. Rain blinded up, smoked off in the donut. That's the worst kind of donut to eat. A smoky one.
I mean, he could do a lot of damage here as well. Depends on how far FaZe want to fade away. Right now, avoiding his contact so far. Be able to escape it entirely. He's going to start to get loud about it. Or a step ahead. The timeout called. It felt like they knew that mid-aggression, or rather re-aggression, was going to come through. They baited out with their utility. They hear FaZe's utility, and now Brokey and Frozen.
Oh boy.
Throwing all caution to the wind.
You got to do something. You got to do something, because right now, 6 of the last 7 rounds for IC is just too much for you to contend with. Especially with the limitations in all these rounds, you got to find some sort of momentum play. Something to change your fortunes. Twists, dropping the smoke. Trying to stall this out, hoping that they come through. That he's 5'7", could be at its effective range. But at least for the moment, it's not going to happen. Tag up on the Fleerax.
Oh.
And a quick assassination from Knifey. Keeps Frozen from slipping away. There's nobody on the A side. They're going to go for a stack.
Inner Circle is still yet to strike through A main. Considering utility. Finally tossing it in. That's going to queue it up. The realization setting in where the target is. FaZe going to get in a position in time. It's going to have to come down to Rain, though, and his rifle to stop this bomb plant. And he's going to get protected right now. Rain able to offer up one. Twist coming through as a reaction. It just leaves Fleerax left into the 1v2. He can't get it done. Twist too sharp. And FaZe able to recover. Space being grabbed, and Kerrigan with the smoke still in play, but there isn't an easy way out of this position. Will he be hard cleared? It's a big question. Dobby overlooking his angle. A 1-for-1, though. At least a nice trade from Knifey. And Brokey follows it up as well. So a 4v3 hanging in there. They're going to target this beast bomb site, it feels again. Trying to finish where it all started.
Back to what was working for so long. Why not, right? Why not? Well, I can answer why not. It's because there's 3 players right here. Twist, Rain. It seems like the adjustment was to move Twist so much more over towards this side of the map, right? Shading here more often was the solution that FaZe found. Now on they move. Twist first point of contact here. Going to be able to deal with the first. Onyx next up to bat. Fleerax, though, opening up some questions. Twist so dang good. Spins about all you need to hold on to B.
Twist seemingly the solution for that first half there on some of those B holds. The B hold solution for Inner Circle is to give the site over. Snifey thinking about it? Not quite. He's going to wait things out just a little while longer, and Now setting Kerrigan up with a flashbang. Clears out the flank, doesn't spot anything, but is still prepared. Decoy tossed in as well, trying to back him up. The chase down coming through from Dawi has to connect, and it does. Opens up a pathway into this retake, and Knifey doing just the same. Has to strike with the dual Berettas, but Frozen is cutting it off on the cross, and they aren't allowing for them to make a move on in. A 10-second defuse, and all of them chewed on up and spit out by FaZe.
Oh my goodness. The new triumvirate taking shape in this FaZe clan. That's the best part.
Now he farms up the cash here. How much money can be made? 1, 2, jumping by. They're making it tricky. Gotta get the reload up. He's calling in for some help. Jumping around the corner there. Kerrigan looking for a maul. He got his ace stolen by a team kill.
I think it counts.
The 4K. No casualties taken. See if they can continue to work things. It was Kerrigan that was flying through middle every round, it felt like, on Ancient last time and creating a lot of space for his squad. He's gonna look to do that again, but this time Onyx ready to meet him. There's a whole lot of resistance. A little bit of a punch back here, though, from Twist. Gonna sit him sidelined here. Chasing it down, though, is Dawi. They don't relent on this mid-aggression here. Maybe he can get caught because of it. Frozen evens out the odds here. And a 2v2 with 1:20 left on the clock. And another fight.
To cook. Knife is just bringing them to fight, just bringing them to the brawl, but he wasn't prepared for them to be aware. For them to be on the angle, Brokey always ready.
They're hiding a T-spawn.
I'm a little bamboozled now. They're
gonna walk into the trap.
I mean, they still have a minute, so sure, yeah, all good.
Oh, he's never going to expect this. He's done for. He's toast. Brokey's patience paying off. That is ridiculous.
Seems like maybe some faster control A main for FaZe. And right now, at least, it's heavy presence focus from Inner Circle on middle. Not so many eyes on A.
Try and throw a bit of a fake here for Twist. And teammate alongside him, and Kerrigan tossing in the deception. Twist is scaling up.
Yes, they pulled everyone off the site. Twist these kills that sells it. He's just taking B. It was a fake. It was a ruse. But he's done all the work himself, and now they'll have no idea. As Fleerax goes back to check, Brokey's on the angle. It's disaster for Inner Circle, and Twist continues to hunt. He is out for blood today on Ancient, and blood he shall have.
Oh, that's just the perfect drawn-up play right there. Your fake finds it all.
Moved off of his position. So it's going to be Knifey to receive. Try again to support. Fleerax is actually pushing the flank with that AWP. This can get really weird. Donut player, one traded. Bomb likely to go down, though there's presence still in these post plants. And forcing in the flames. Leads to a burning knife. V. Now with that kill, this should be okay. This should be a lot more comfortable. Rain out in the open. Actually gets the dink, gets the tag. So confident here for Rain. The man who's not even supposed to be in this roster anymore just picks them apart and secures map point for FaZe.
And you want that control down the ramp, but instead you get tossed back by the AWP shot. You go down low. You still have the stack at least. Smoke goes in towards the doors. Not going to be respected. They walk through with silent approach and Twist deadly, but Fleerax able to answer the call. A couple kills out of his FAMAS, and Brokey misses with the op. So many different opportunities, but Kerrigan walks through a smoke. That's the A site cracked open. Kerrigan not realizing that just yet. We'll take a bit of a slower approach.
They don't want to make the blunders here, and actually the clear out back in towards mid could be huge, but Frozen just waits. And again, as we've seen so often this map, when FaZe find something to make Inner Circle uncomfortable, they just press the brakes. They slow it right down, and they wait for the move on in. Kerrigan that time caught flat-footed. Now that smoke's not where it's supposed to be. There we go. That's a little bit of a better correction.
They're running it back towards... Okay, no, they realize...
Checking the flank, I guess?
Potentially. Gonna need to keep a player in Donut right now. Frozen walking away from the space, and they gotta figure out where exactly the opposition remains. Planted for Donut.
It's a risk. They get it down. Now Brokey can get on the angle, but he can't scope in time. Frozen's still wary about where that second piece is coming from, and he can't quite find the spray, so we're not done yet. They will not be blanked out of this second half of Ancient. Inner Circle have some fight. Not for a lot, but it is still a tag.
It's a nice shot right there, at least for some damage. Just showing how sharp the mechanics really are. Benefits out of connection on the kill. Kerrigan working his way up middle again, though. So effective at sneaking his way into these deadly positions, and Twist is saying, hey, guys, they're collapsing on me. There's space to be taken elsewhere. 2 players drawing attention. Twist buying time, staying alive in the cubby and doing even more damage. Op finally trades, but it opens up all of the map. The A side completely vulnerable, and this flank going to be arriving too little too late.
He's been so good in these flanking spots outside of B, right? They just have to put so many resources to just dealing with him that it buys a ton of space for his teammates to work, and he's still getting kills as well. This is a triumphant map for Twists. Brokey looking to put it to bed, looking to put it to rest, and he's done exactly that. It's all onto Karen. There's just no room in. One headshot snapped over Karen. Can he do this? Flashbangs to Harry to push him off of that defuse. No time to spare. Has to move. Has to go now. Has to find one of these fights, and they're giving him nothing. Toying with him. Dancing with the footsteps. And Brokey's pistol puts Ancient in the rear view.
That is a masterful map right there from Twist, from Kerrigan as well. Some of these mid-round calls. That's what they have prepared here. Twist looking for a little drop down on towards Mini.
Onyx coming his way.
Some damage being done here. Onyx is giving him a fight towards the ramp side, and they just overwhelm. It's 3 kills instantly to start off the pistol. And now the chase down coming through again. It's FaZe waiting for the reaction to come through from inner circle, and they're going to walk right into the trap. It's a crossfire for Brokey to knock down the last 2 pins, and FaZe set up the trap. Be the initiators on those plays, and creates a lot of comfort in the calls here. As well, the space for Twist working out towards the outer yard, but a P250 on the edge of the smoke is what finally will shut down Twist and his prowess.
Gun might be retrievable later, but for the moment they don't want to risk it. Now here comes the presence. Util out, making it uncomfortable. One found. Dink onto the next as well. This is getting very interesting indeed. Bomb retrieved. Good spray from Kerrigan to keep the flank off at bay, but continuing to find their damage. Falls to Brokey and Kerrigan in a 2-on-2. And the flank is coming through. Fleerax picked up that rifle, dropped outside, and he's bringing it in to the flank. Nice check from Knifey, trying to stall them, trying to coax them back the other way, because now Fleerax might just have an opportunity to capitalize.
They should be overlooked, right? Certainly, Kerrigan gonna turn that corner, not checking it. And he immediately repositions Brokey. Hearing the footsteps. He's going to try and make a path through this round. Where do you go, though? Hearing a player right above him, down the vents, is the right idea. They'll create the most safety, the most time to get in position.
Fleerax has made no secret of his presence, but that was maybe to try and distract from Knifey, who has also been completely eluded. Chance for the plant. And now they know. Fleerax, you don't want to play ahead of your teammate. Kind of did exactly that, but Brokey slips back by Decon. Sets up on the sinks to try and wash away this 2v1 attempt. Top of the bomb would coax him out. Knifey not moving just yet. And that's nice awareness from Brokey, not to be faked out by that tap. Now door open. Now the headshot delivered. Body instead. Cool hands for Brokey.
Quick window back into this, getting activated around earlier than they would have thought. Said they have to wait for the gun rounds here. Still bring some intensity into this mix, though. No op to match Brokey's, but aggression flying by. Frozen already sidelined. A huge statement showing that Inner Circle are not going to give up on the game plan.
No. They got to play like them. They got to play to their own identity. This is what got them here. With this isolated fight, they want to bring the fight to him. Twists going hunting. Shadow gives it up. Fleerax snatches rain, peeks back away. Fleerax up and over maneuvering. And that might have just thwarted them from even being able to go for this. This is a save. No time to spare. Brokey at risk of going down after the buzzer. But Inner Circle are content to keep their guns up. All 5 alive is too nice a prize. That.
And double up on the aggression down in towards Secret. Interested in taking a fight early. Twist will get himself stuck in. Brokey also coverage with the op. Now Twist, is he ready for this? He is. Finds the first. The trade is quick from Brokey as well. That shotgun opping, a specialty. And now Knifey forced to run away. Takes half his health for his troubles, but certainly hurt by Rain. Here's the reaction. Here's the aggression that comes through when they're a man down. Lobby space taken back, and it is only Frozen to punch back with the Deagle. Can't find the fights. He does get chased down. Takes Sonic down low, calls it over to the rest of his squad. Well, low HP for a couple of these individuals. They're waiting for the Fleerax to strike first.
It's just such a tempting prize. But yeah, they haven't been able to get through the lips. This is the unexpected man. Door open, though. That reveals him. And now there's just not enough time on this clock. Might be able to steal away the guns, but they cannot snatch the round. Rookie hunting, chasing, brawling. Not trying to give it up on over, but would love to take this gun away, and that's exactly what happens. Can the op be retrieved? Sounds like it.
I think he got it right there. FaZe getting off to a good start for the T side. Money definitely at a breaking point, though, with that last round. And aggression towards the outer yard here. Getting stuck in. Op. Watching over the shoulders. As Twist looking to be the one that activates towards this outer yard consistently. He's going to be diligent on the clear. Going to look to overlook it, and he does find a freebie. Trying to escape this position. Gets out of dodge. Survives the re-aggression coming through, but Frozen prepared for it. Deals with 2 in the ramp side. So a 3v3 again. And a new path forward.
This time a faster response coming through from Inner Circle. They've moved the troops down lower. Back by the doors, trying to find a kill, and that's exactly what Knifey will do. Pops this open ahead of time. Very nicely done.
Oh.
Now the double doors out. Players all over. Frozen alone. No more impact. Inner Circle playing their way back into this one. And it hits the clock, and now FaZe try and make their move. Cross successful. Not even a tag on that. And Twist is running down Secret, but Cairn will not be allowing admission. Able to slip back away.
Oh my God!
Down. Deagle, double entry through the smoke. Kerrigan, are you kidding? He slipped his way down below. He's got the bomb as well. That's going to be a plant. Kerrigan's got himself a rifle, and Kerrigan might have to do that much more.
Ace clutch. They're diving down the vent.
Double. He knows. He's hurt. 1. Knows the second's coming as well.
Oh!
Give him the fight. Dowie could have just kept him locked up. Giving Fleerax the room to operate. This is the ace. Kerrigan, the veteran, does it all! 35 years young for Kerrigan. Finn Anderson is eternal.
He's pushing the limits right there. Kerrigan, an absolutely monstrous round. Just when you need a hero on FaZe to save them, it's not going to be Twist in this one. No, Kerrigan steps up to the plate, making the impossible happen. A double Deagle entrance, and there's some of that FaZe magic. Oh, man.
Can you... Unreal.
Going to be running on replay in Inner Circle's minds if they can't recover with this, though.
Certainly.
Money's going to be shattered. The half going to be made a statement. FaZe continue to work on this T side, but Knifey has other ideas and great positioning coming through there. Multi-kill offered up before finally traded out. Brokey and Frozen have to play spoiler here, but it's all handled. Dawi stabilizing.
It's okay, though. Inner Circle can breathe a sigh of relief. Kerrigan was already dead. Frozen will follow. So a nice answer. There's still plenty of Deegs out for the FaZe side.
Op is held up by Fleerax, and they're trying to react a little bit earlier towards this outer yard, and that's Twist doing what he needs to with the rifle in play. Instantly dismisses the outer yard aggression, and it's going to take space down in towards Secret.
They trusted him with the hero gun again. It didn't work out that much last time, but they put it right back in his hands, knowing the magic the magician can deliver, provided he has his staff. Knifey next to encounter it. Boost up to clear those initial steps. It's the bomb to go first. Could drop it into an uncomfortable position, but actually just crosses. Puts Knifey under pressure. As Reigns made space in towards control.
Ooh, there's Kerrigan. Using his Deagle again. Catches Onyx by surprise, and they're caught off guard. Rain waiting for the next play. And they're getting suffocated, snuffed out of this round.
This is exactly what we were talking about with pumping the brakes when you've applied the pressure, forcing them to contend and consider. Fleerax at least comes back to clear out Kerrigan, but that might just give them the bailout path. This bomb's going down, and there seems to be no appetite to do anything about it from Inner Circle. So another round where they come in with one rifle with pistols here, Cole. So we'll keep an eye on what Kerrigan's up to. Where he wants to take this gun, where he wants to take this action. It's going to be Fleerax who wants to take all the action right into their face, right around the red box, trying to take the initiative here, keep these rounds from getting out of hands, and he's put Twists down off of the rip. Ooh. Smoke Spam nearly finds another, but Rain's made his way into secret.
He's going to expect that he could be the unknown there. Twist, who's been doing a lot of the work towards the outer yard, taken down, but already a reposition out of the op.
Fleerax is ready for this. And now with his double squeaky play, Brokey needs to be prepared. Spots an ankle first, but Knifey's just too quick. No hope of escape. That shot jiggled out, though. Rain gains ground. Need to get that bomb, and, well, that will be denied. The bomb dropped in lobby. Rain's position now cleared out. It is looking clean. And so Kerrigan with a full belt of util, with an AK in hand, with armor and a helmet. Took some tag damage through those smokes, but he's away.
I mean, he's in towards secret. It doesn't really feel revealed just yet.
Wants to go back to it. Fleerax is looking for this. This is going to get real weird on the spots.
Oh my god.
Still snaps over. That could have been devastating, as it is. A clear out in towards the ramp. That gun maybe can't be gained, but the ramp certainly can. You can't die here. Can't die here, Onic. Knows he needs to try and keep them at bay, keep them at arm's reach, because his teammates have now taken advantage of that time to reposition lower, and Kerrigan has the A site.
Of losing that ramp control have created so much panic in the Inner Circle camp.
Absolutely no nades, so FaZe have to get it done with the guns. Want to take that fight early. Kerrigan was looking for the space, maybe the reroute towards heaven, but instead he finds pain. It's now Frozen trying to keep the lobby clear for them. Did a good job of it so far. But has to be worried about when those mini players will come through. His attention distracted at the wrong moment. Knifey clearing this out, all under Brokey, overwhelmed. Very calm, collected retake there from the Inner Circle. The nerves of the early map seem to have settled.
All of them looking so patient in that retake. So composed in the 4v4.
Right at this moment in time. Fleerax gonna beat the helm here with that AWP, but it's Dowie to get the first kill. This is that lobby crunch play we see coming back in, but FaZe have the read, they have the response, and they have the overwhelm onto Fleerax down lower. Now that's an op picked up into the hands of Twist for the moment. As they look to plant this bomb, they look to go with speed. No more pumping the brakes, but Kerrigan has gotten into the back lines and nobody's looking for him. Nobody's looking. Twist revealed, but Kerrigan on a Tech-9 could be all the difference. Trying to draw closer. When do they turn? Now they do. Activate only for one. So advantage back in the hands of Inner Circle. Rain looking to plant that in the smoke, looking to bait out a response, try and locate some of these players and set them up for his teammate.
Oh,
Brokey.
Scope is creating too much chaos there. He's
How?
It's impossible.
What a time to run out of bullets there for Onic. How on earth has this ended into a 2-on-2? They gotta go fast. They know about this player, but the headshots could be landed. Brokey looking for that last. Does he know how much damage has been done? Doesn't seem to. So he's trying to quick scope, and that just will be too much to ask.
As the stakes get real for Inner Circle, they got to make it happen on the T side. They gave themselves some leverage.
They did.
Way to pull up.
Reminiscent of Ancient battling their way back into a half, but you remember what happened on Ancient, and Brokey certainly does. I think they need a reminder. Trying to make the play on towards A. Here they go. Kerrigan up top. Firepower piece back in action here. But only to the tune of 1 this time around. Flying out to heaven come the Angels. Maybe not Charlie's, but Carrie's. Onic looking for the clutch. Finds the first. Now they're sticking the bomb. Now they know his position. Now he's got to battle back through. They are defusing this right under his nose. And Frozen will keep the nose of Twists downright clean.
Wow. Scary stuff right there. Rain back on home turf. CT side out of yard. Ready to run amok. His first chance here going to be gifted the opportunity. Knocking down a huge spray down. Playing a bit of an off angle. Going to look to fight in the flames. Eventually topples over, sure, but the damage is set in stone. A 2v4. And so much to recover for Inner Circle. Absolutely nothing given.
Yeah, you're not, you're not getting this done. Maybe watch some Kerrigan demos. You want to make this possible. Not going to happen. All right, I'm going to get off this topic. It just still felt like a shooting star. Nade popped. They're already past it. Now do they start to make the moves? Going to miss that shot. Has to duck away as a result. Listening for footsteps, hearing a lot of them. And here comes the motion for Inner Circle.
They already got a player down secret as well. That's big pickup. Frozen sidelined it too. Shutting this round down. I don't even think we're going to see FaZe.
No.
Give this one a go. The two players designed to hold the B site. Take it down in a flash. And that'll seal up the round. That'll also drop the op, crucially, into an unrecoverable position. That's a very passive round from FaZe to start off the gun rounds as well. You look at kind of scaling in towards that outer yard. You take that position in towards secret, then you get your ramp players rolling up, and when you don't really feel any resistance on either side of the map right there, that is how these rounds feel very suffocating. So we'll see if they can link up once more like they did in the last.
I'm going to reposition. The nade comes out. Frozen has to dunk on down. The cool waters of the B-bomb site. Brokey's pulled off at just the wrong moment. Now Karen has a lot of room to rumble. Wants to go back to support his teammate, but still needs to be wary. Goes back to check.
Oh my God.
This timing is brutal, but he does come back around, snaps for a shot, but as he jumps, Karen is there to collect. Time's becoming an issue, 40 seconds. And Frozen creeps closer into this smoke.
No way.
The unexpected move. How could they read this? But when they don't see him on the site, they know that a player was here. Now he slips back out, and Frozen will punish them for their oversight. Fleerax, 25 seconds, 3 targets to put together. The first will be too much. Or snap back around for many.
Jason's shot pops off their connection and finished off by Twist, and there's the dive down. Shows his op presence early. Breaks open those vents and is going to get himself tucked in. Now can cut off the cross in towards secret smoke spam combo. And there we go, Brokey on the line, ready to go.
He's got a rifle to support him as well. As Frozen just ducked under his crosshair. That's the 1-2 punch. That's the difference. Karen's thinking he can dodge that op. Well, there's an extra element here. So there's the change showing itself, and Frozen showing why he is the solution. This map of Nuke has been all his. Now Inner Circle trying to find some sort of a dent to make. Kerrigan gives them a chance. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's right.
There's a path. Look at A. There's no one here.
Can you see anything here? Rain can collect. He tries to find some damage. He threads in 1 kill in a second just before things get a little too dicey. Rain is able to do some patchwork right there, save the day.
A narrative momentum behind them. But for Inner Circle, a team that's been a surprise. A pleasant one for sure. Their story in the Pro League is 2 rounds away from coming to a close. Karen's not ready for that. To Mini. This time checked. Advantage back in favor of FaZe, though big damage done. And that bomb never got anywhere close to moving in. So now they've got to make their choice about where it wants to head, and that gives them some more options. Kerrigan still on top here. Splits the difference between the 2 players. Leaves it to Brokey.
Focused on Vince here. Doesn't want to allow for the dive to happen. He's got to start to take some initiative.
The bomb's coming in from Mini. Brokey is not prepared for a Mini player.
Might be watching that, but he collects a kill. And there's a strike coming through for the top ropes. Frozen can save the day. And that's exactly what he does. Able to bail them out in the 1v2 on the scene, trading out his team. Strength in numbers for FaZe.
Pistols.
Find their efforts.
That's all they've got to try and keep this road, this upset story going, and Kerrigan looks to deny.
Knifey down, twists the next blow dealt, looking for that bomb, spotting it, but unable to drop it to concrete.
They're going to be picked up at the very least, but a 3v4 taking some flack. Very little options left. They've got Brokey double zoom with the op on the back lines of ramp. That's shored up, and they're going to try their luck out of Squeaky. They're going to test Kerrigan.
Catching him on the reload. Oh, catch him on the re-smoke. Overlooked. Now we've got space. Now we've got a bomb plant. Now this might just be on the table for Inner Circle. They're not done yet. The bomb's down. Every player coming back in from heaven here for FaZe. Brokey can set up the flashes to get his teammates over this lip. And here they go. One more hurrah. Flashbang after flashbang, just pelting the site with utility. These players so blind, but their vision's clearing. And Karen from below might just be the one. A no-scope hit. Brokey looks for one more, but his ankle's broken. A fumble on the towers, and down he plummets.
Oh, he just missed it right there. Tried to land on top of the silo. Had to go quick. Was chasing that kill down in classic Brokey fashion. And the story going to finish with a bit of a tragedy.
The spirit of Sunny is alive on Nuke.
Oh. It's not enough vertical. Karen going to be able to take the space once again and work some angles here. And with Twist alone, it's that B bomb site that can become vulnerable so quickly. He'll be bypassed. Now his ramp teammates could be cut off. His vent teammates certainly cut off here. And it's perfect angle from Brokey. Knocks down the headshot at 4v5.
So prepared for that fight. Exactly what he was looking for. Now Kerrigan on the wrap. The bomb dropped in perilous place. This could be all. Gravity allowed them an extra round, but now it all falls to Knifey. And he's trying to save his team, trying to catch this, but he has to brave the op. And a shot miss gives him one more chance, trying to find the upgrade. That will be retrieved. 20 seconds. Ticking away on the clock, just not enough. Has to wait for his vision to clear. Brave the flames. Brave 3 crosshairs. And there's no world, no way that he can do this. So FaZe Clan keep on fighting. The feel-good story of Reign's last ride continues here at the ESL Pro League as they triumph in 2.